It is game 2 of the NLCS. Dodgers and the Brewers. We will preview this game momentarily, but first of all, before we do, let us all pray. Lord Jesus, thank you for this day, and thank you for looking over us all and keeping us safe, Lord. And please protect all these players and fans tonight and keep them all safe, Lord. And please do everything you do for us, and as we need you right now, and as you look over us with your healing touch, Lord, as I pray this in your name. Amen. All right. Dodgers, Brewers, game 2, a doozy last night, won by the Dodgers 2-1. They'd look to take a 2-0 series lead. Yoshinobu Yamamoto going to the mound tonight for the Dodgers. He'll be facing Freddie Peralta, getting the start for the Brewers. A 2-1 win last night. Dodgers led 2-0 going to the bottom of the ninth last night. It got a little hairy for them in the ninth inning, but they did find a way to pull it out and take the opener of this NLCS. Scene will shift to Los Angeles following this game 2 for game 3 on Thursday. As we are going to take a look at the batting order tonight for the Los Angeles Dodgers, it's going to be, of course, Shohei Ohtani DHing and leading off. Mookie Betts, the shortstop, will bat second. Freddie Freeman at first base bats third. Will Smith, the catcher, the cleanup hitter tonight. Max Muncy at third base bats fifth. Teoscar Hernandez in right field will bat sixth. Tommy Edman, second baseman, will bat seventh. Enrique Hernandez in left field will bat eighth. And Andy Pages in center field will bat ninth, as that is the batting order for the Dodgers. Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, Smith, Muncy, Hernandez, Edman, Hernandez, and Pages. A little bit of a change in the order, in the batting order tonight in the lineup for the Dodgers. And on the hill tonight for the Brewers is Freddie Peralta getting the start. Peralta making his third postseason start. Started 2 games in the division series against the Cubs. Went 1-1. Gave up 5 runs and 7 hits, 9 2/3 innings in the division series. Walked 5 and struck out 15 in those 2 games. As the Brewers look to even things up, they do not want to go to LA down 2-0, which is what the Toronto Blue Jays have done in the American League. That series will resume tomorrow in Seattle. The Blue Jays and the Mariners. As we are set for game 2 here in Milwaukee, you can only hope tonight's game will be as exciting as last night's was. A 2-1 Dodger victory. And one end, a game that saw one of the wildest double plays you will ever see in a baseball game. I was all sorts of confused when that happened as to what happened, what the exact call was, and what exactly happened. You're not normally going to see an 8-6-2 double play like we saw in that game last night. There's something I want to mention. I'm going to wait a couple of innings to let the live stream audience build, but there's something I want to mention. I'll probably bring it up around the 3rd inning, and I'll need some certain people's help with this, and I will talk about that. I'll bring it up in the probably 3rd, 4th inning as to what I meant talking about there. But we are set to go here in game number 2. It's going to be Ohtani leading it off for the Dodgers. Ohtani in the postseason just 4 for 29. 2 of his 4 hits home runs. That's just a 138 average. Ohtani last night went 0 for 2. Drew a couple intentional walks last night. As we've got somebody on the Jumbotron with no shirt on trying to get the Brewers crowd fired up here. So here comes Ohtani stepping in the box to lead off game 2. Umpiring crew tonight: Gabe Morales calling the balls and strikes, Adam Beck at first base, Vic Carapazza at second base. Almost said playing second base, umpiring at second base. Chad Fairchild over at third base, Mark Ripperger down the left field line, and John Lipka, who was behind the plate last night, is down the right field line tonight. Roof closed in Milwaukee, a chilly 55-degree evening in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And here we go, Ohtani stepping in. And the first pitch, game number 2 in Milwaukee from Peralta, strike 1. Strike 1 pitch to Ohtani is a high strike. It's 0-2. The count on Ohtani, and here is Peralta's 0-2 pitch. Low and outside, 1-2. Ohtani, as I mentioned, hitting 4 for 29 in the postseason, and he has struck out 12 of the 29 at bats. And takes low here, it's 2-2. He's also walked 6 times. 2 of those intentionally last night. 2-2 pitch from Peralta to Ohtani to lead off the game. Swing and a miss. That is strikeout number 13 now in the postseason for Ohtani. And there's the first out. And it will bring up Mookie Betts. Betts hitting .333 in the postseason. Hitless in 4 at-bats last night in game 1. Peralta's pitch is low and outside to Mookie Betts, ball 1. One-zero pitch from Peralta on the outside corner, strike 1. That'll even the count, a ball and a strike. One inside. That'll make the count 2-1. Two-one pitch, swing and a miss. 2-2. Two inside. That'll fill the count, 3-2. Full count pitch to Mookie Betts. Here it is. That's ball 4 low, and Betts will draw a 1-out walk for the batter, Freddie Freeman. Freeman hitting .250 in the postseason. 2 for 5 last night. He homered in the 6th inning. At that time, broke a scoreless tie. Freeman takes strike 1. Strike 1 pitch to Freeman is upstairs. That'll even the count 1-1. 1-1 pitch to Freddie Freeman from Peralta. Swing and a miss. 1-2. One-two pitch. Lined into right field, but right at the right fielder, Jackson Churio, for out number 2. And that will bring up the Dodger catcher and cleanup hitter Will Smith. Smith hitting .235 in the postseason. Steps up with a runner at first and 2 outs. Smith was 2 for 4 in last night's game. Peralta's pitch to Will Smith outside, ball 1. Peralta looks in on Will Smith and delivers the 1-0 pitch. That's right there for strike 1, a ball and a strike. Peralta looks in on Will Smith and delivers the 1-1 pitch. Foul back. Counts now 1-2. Peralta gets set for a 1-2 pitch to Will Smith. He got him. Smith strikes out. Dodgers strand a runner. We go the bottom of the first in game 2. Dodgers nothing. Brewers coming up. Before we go any further, I want to give you an update on my live stream channels here. Of course, my name is John Sports Bonanza John on YouTube is my normal. I'm also on Kick tonight at Sports Kick John. I have not been on Kick in a while. I've been on my Twitch site, Sport Guru John. I'm probably just going to stick with the YouTube stream and the Kick stream. I'm probably going to be getting rid of my Twitch page. Nothing against the site. It's just I found out in the couple months that I've been live streaming, I'm still fairly new. Twitch is not really a site for the stuff I do. So I'm probably going to be getting rid of my Twitch page and just going with the YouTube and the Kick streams. Sports Kick John on Kick is my page there. So I wanted to point that out. If anybody's tuning in on YouTube tonight, that usually catches me on Twitch or something like, or on Kick, and usually catch me on Twitch. The Twitch page is probably going to be going away. So I'm just going to be going on YouTube and Kick. So I just wanted to mention that before we get here. But here, let's go back to this game to the bottom of the first. And this will be the lineup the Milwaukee Brewers send out tonight. Jackson Churio in right field will lead off. Bryce Terang at second base will bat second. William Contreras, the catcher, will bat third. Christian Yelich in the cleanup spot tonight. He's DHing. Andrew Vaughn at first base will bat fifth. Sal Frelick in center field bats sixth. Durbin at third base will be in the number 7 spot. Bowers getting the start in left field tonight. He'll bat eighth. And Ortiz, the shortstop, will bat ninth. Churio, Terang, Contreras, Yelich, Vaughn, Frelick, Durbin, Bowers, and Ortiz, the Milwaukee Brewers lineup tonight for Game 2. And they will see Yoshinobu Yamamoto is the pitcher for the Dodgers tonight, getting his third start of the postseason, 1-1 record. Pitched 10 2/3 innings, given up 3 runs. He's walked 3, and he has struck out 11 in his postseason starts. And it'll be Jackson Churio leading it off for the Brewers here in the bottom of the first. Churio this postseason hitting .333. 0 for 3 last night in Game 1. Brewers only had 2 hits in the game last night against Blake Snell, and then against Sasaki, and then finally against Trainin, who got the final out for the save last night. First pitch, bottom 1 to Chourio, is in the air to right. That's hit pretty deep, and that is going to be out of here into the Dodgers bullpen. A leadoff home run in the bottom of the first for Jackson Chourio, and the Brewers strike first tonight. It's 1-0. The first pitch he saw from Yamamoto, Chourio sends it out to right center field. So Jackson Chourio wastes no time. It's his second home run of the postseason. And it'll bring up Bryce Terang, who takes low, ball 1. Terang hitting just 125 in the postseason. 0 for 4 last night. He was in the cleanup spot in the lineup last night. Swing and a miss on the 1-1 pitch, and that will make the count 1-2 on Bryce Terang. Yamamoto resets and delivers a 1-2 pitch to Terang. 1 hop to third. Throw over to first in time to retire Terang, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the first, and it will bring up William Contreras, the Brewers catcher. Contreras hitting .261 in postseason play. Game 1 last night, Contreras was 0 for 3. Durbin and Bowers, the only 2 Brewers that had hits last night. And Bowers was in a pinch hitting role. There's a swing and a miss by Contreras for strike 1. Strike 1 pitch. Hit to first. Backhanded. Keeps with it, though, as he bobbled it and gets it over to Yamamoto for out number 2. Freeman backhanded the ground ball and then bobbled it momentarily, but kept it close enough to his body that he still had time to get it to Yamamoto for out number 2. And it'll bring up Christian Yelich. Yelich in postseason play hitting .227. Oh for 3 last night. He hit in the number 2 spot last night. Swing and a miss here for strike 1. So Yelich and Terang switch spots in the batting order for this game 2. 0-1 pitch is up and in to Christian Yelich, evens the count 1-1. One is inside, 2-1. Two 2-1 to Yelich is fouled off. That'll even the count 2-2. Two pitch to Christian Yelich. Hit to third. And the throw to first in time to end the bottom of the first. But a solo home run by Jackson Chourio gets the Brewers on the board first in game 1. Inning in the books. Brewers lead it 1-0. So we will head to the second inning, and while we head to the second inning, going to update you on my upcoming live stream schedule on my YouTube and Kick pages. Tomorrow night, we'll be back on with you same time. Game 3 of the ALCS, Blue Jays and Mariners, scene shifts to Seattle, and the Mariners find themselves with a 2-0 lead going back home. So the Mariners, who have never made the World Series in their franchise history, will have a chance to end that drought and will have a chance to do it in front of their home fans. So you know the Mariners fans, you know that place is going to be rocking tomorrow night up there at T-Mobile Park in Seattle. Here it is 1-0 Brewers as we head to the top half of the second inning. It'll be Max Muncy leading off the second for the Dodgers. Muncy in postseason play hitting .278. Muncy hitting the 7th spot last night. He went 0 for 2. Did reach on a couple of walks last night. As he will lead it off for the Dodgers in the second inning, Jackson Chourio solo homer in the bottom of the first has the Brewers up 1-0. So unlike last night's game, where the Brewers only had 1 hit through the first 8 innings, the Brewers get off to a quick start tonight and get the early lead on Yamamoto and the Dodgers. Chilly 55 degrees in Milwaukee tonight. Roof is closed at American Family Field. And here's Muncy stepping in the box to lead off the second. First pitch, top 2, upstairs, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner. That'll even the count of ball and a strike. One. Swing and a miss by Muncy. Now 1-2. One-two pitch to Muncy's outside. That'll even the count 2-2. Two-two pitch on the way from Peralta to Muncy, and that is popped up foul territory. Will it stay in play? It is going to be playable for the third baseman, and that is the first out as Durbin makes the catch. We'll bring up Teoscar Hernandez. Teoscar Hernandez hitting .276 in postseason play. He's got 3 home runs in the postseason. Hitless in 3 at-bats last night and takes ball 1. Peralta delivers the 1-0 pitch. Downstairs, it's 2-0. That's low. It's 3-0 now to Teoscar Hernandez. See if Hernandez takes this pitch. 3-0. He does take, and it's on the inside corner, strike one. Peralta looks in and will deliver the 3-1 pitch now to Teoscar Hernandez. That is hit foul. And that one will reach the seat. Nice catch by the fan in the first row. Without a glove, too, with bare hands. That's a heck of a play. The count is full to Teoscar Hernandez. And the payoff pitch is drilled deep left field. Back it goes. Teoscar Hernandez has gone deep to left. And the Dodgers have tied it up on one swing of the bat. Fourth home run of the postseason for Hernandez. We are 1-1 in the second. Tommy Edman will now step up. And takes a strike on the outside corner. A 1 pitch to Edmonds high, 1-1. One pitch is a strike. 1-2 now the count on Tommy Edman. Edman in the postseason hitting .261. 1-2 pitch. That's lined into right field. Churio on his horse just in front of the warning track makes the catch for the second out. And the batter will be Enrique Hernandez. Enrique Hernandez having a pretty good postseason. He's hitting .346. Pitch to Enrique Hernandez is outside, apparently. Ball one. One 0 pitch. That's down the middle for strike one. 1-1 the count. One is a little low. 2-1. Two-one pitch. Bounced foul, and that'll even the count 2-2. Two-two pitch from Peralta. Up the middle, there's a base hit for Enrique Hernandez, a 2-out single to center. And it'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Andy Pages, who's really struggling in the postseason. He's just 1 for 27 in postseason play. Trying to get out of this postseason slump he's in. Enrique Hernandez, the runner at first with 2 outs. The pitch to Pages is foul, strike one. 0-1 pitch is down low. That'll even the count, a ball and a strike. One pitch. That's lined into right, and that is a fair ball into the corner. Enrique Hernandez rounding third. The throw home is late. Hernandez slides in, and the Dodgers take a 2-1 lead on an RBI double for Andy Pages. Maybe that'll be the start to get him out of his postseason funk. And it will bring up Ohtani. Ohtani struck out to lead off the game. 2 here in the second for the Dodgers have given them a 2-1 lead. This was the final score last night. Pitch to Ohtani is on the outside corner, strike 1. Strike 1 to a pitch to Ohtani is at the knees. It's 0-2. Oh, and 2, the count on Ohtani. And Peralta's 0-2. That's lined into right field. Churio is there for the catch. And that'll end the top of the second inning. But a Teoscar Hernandez solo homer and an RBI double for Andy Pages have given the Dodgers the lead as we go to the bottom of the second in Game 2. Dodgers lead the Brewers 2-1. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Brewers coming up in the bottom of the second inning. So again, I was telling you about my live stream schedule. I will be back on tomorrow night at this same time. Game 3 of the ALCS, Blue Jays rather, and the Mariners. Mariners come home up 2-0. There will be 2 games on Thursday. I'm not going to be able to do both of them because the window in between them, one's going to run into the other. So the Brewers-Dodgers on Thursday is scheduled for a first pitch just after 6 o'clock Eastern. And the Blue Jays-Mariners first pitch is scheduled for just after 8:30 Eastern time. That'd be just after 3 o'clock first pitch in that Brewers-Dodgers game on the West Coast. And that'll be a roughly 5:30 first pitch up in Seattle time for the Blue Jays-Mariners. Haven't decided which game I'm going to do on Thursday yet. It's going to depend on what happens tonight and tomorrow to help me decide that. So we are set to go here to the bottom half of inning number 2. Brewers now trailing 2-1. It'll be Andrew Vaughn leading off for Milwaukee. Vaughn hitting 4 for 17 in the postseason, .235. 2 of his 4 hits are home runs. So here we go. Bottom two in Milwaukee. Yamamoto now takes the mound in the bottom of the second with a lead of 2-1. First pitch, bottom two, Yamamoto to Andrew Vaughn. Inside, ball one. 1-0 pitch from Yamamoto to Vaughn. That's inside. It's 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Vaughn rips this one to third. It's bobbled over there, and the throw to first is going to pull. It pulled Freeman off the bag, and there was a bobble by Muncy at third base anyway, so even a good throw I don't think would have had Andrew Vaughn with that bobble. And Andrew Vaughn is aboard to lead off the bottom of the second. That's going to be an E5, an error on Muncy. Yeah, with that bobble, I don't think a good throw. They're looking at the replay. I don't think a good throw would have had him. So that's an error to lead off the bottom of the second, and it'll bring up Sal Frelick. And he hits this right to first. Freeman steps on first and then throws it into left field, trying to get the runner advancing to second. But luckily, the left fielder, Hernandez, was there to back it up. So Vaughn will go no further. So 1 out and a runner at second. And the batter is the number 7 hitter, Durbin. He had the only hit for the Brewers last night through the first 8 innings. He swings at the first pitch. Freeman takes the second one on to first. The throw goes into the dugout and out of play. That should... What are they calling here? That was hit to Freeman. He got the out at second. Wait a second here. Okay, I'm sorry. There's 1 out and a run. I messed up on that last play. I'll explain it here in just a second. I've got the sound down for obvious reasons, so I can't hear what's going on. That play to Freeman, I'll explain it here in a minute. First pitch swinging foul. That hit to Freeman previously, where he tagged first and threw the ball to second, they called that a foul ball. So there was still a runner at first. Because I was like, wait a minute, there should be a runner at second. That was called a foul ball. So now it's Durbin hitting. That was still Sal Frelick. Okay, my apologies. Durbin rips this foul. It's 0-2 now. Sorry about that, everybody. So now it's 1 out, a runner at second, and Durbin's got an 0-2 count. (0-2) from Yamamoto to Durbin. Called strike 3. That's right at the knees, and Durbin caught looking. 2 down, and it'll bring up Bowers with 2 out and a runner at first. Jake Bowers hitting 3 for 5 in the postseason. He came on as a pinch hitter last night and had one of the 2 Brewers hits. Pitch to Bowers, swing and a miss on a pitch way inside. 0-1. Yamamoto looks over to first. Oh, 0-1 pitch to Bowers. One hop to short. And the throw over to first in time to retire Bowers and retire the Brewers in the second inning. Brewers leave 1. We head to the third, game 2 in Milwaukee. Dodgers lead the Brewers 2-1. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Dodgers. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and Will Smith due up here in the third inning for LA. Let's run down a couple of other stories, non-baseball related, just a couple of other sports news. Going to the NBA, Dallas Mavericks signed Jason Kidd. Head coach Jason Kidd has agreed to a multi-year extension, so it looks like he's going to be head coach in Dallas for the foreseeable future. And this is from yesterday, the preseason top 25 in college basketball came out. This is hard to believe. We're less than 3 weeks away from opening night in college basketball. The preseason rankings came out, and Purdue comes in at preseason number 1 in the AP preseason poll for college basketball. Houston, coming off their national championship game appearance, they come in 2. Last year's defending champion Florida 3, Connecticut 4, and St. John's round out the top 5. And, this is just my own personal opinion. I know I'm in the minority on this. I have always felt the defending national champion, whatever sport it is, I don't care who you lose in the offseason, all that stuff, the defending national champion should always start the next season preseason number 1. That's always been my view on it. It's useless info, and it's really not really that important. But I've just always said you should start the next season number 1 if you just came off a championship the year before. So that's a couple of bits of news from other sports news around the sports world. And here we go to the third inning. Dodgers lead the Brewers 2-1, and Mookie Betts will be the leadoff batter. Betts walked his first time up. And Tuesday night in Milwaukee, Peralta back out there. First pitch, top 3. Mookie Betts on the first pitch hits it to short. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the Dodgers' third inning. Brings up Freddie Freeman. Freeman 0 for 1. Pitch is down low, ball 1. One 0 pitch is outside, and the count goes to 2-0. Freeman a fly out his first time up, back in the first. 2-0 pitch to Freeman. There's a strike at the knees. Counts now 2-1. Two-one pitch, swing and a miss by Freddie Freeman. Counts even 2-2. Will Smith on deck. 2-2 pitch. Up the middle, but playing that way was the shortstop Ortiz, and he throws to first for out number 2. And the batter will be Will Smith. Smith, a strikeout victim his first time up. Pitch to Will Smith, outside corner, strike one. Oh, 1 is outside. Counts now 1-1. Freddie Peralta already over the 50 pitch mark. 1-1 is popped up on the infield. Looks like Ortiz, the shortstop under it, makes the catch. Dodgers go 1-2-3 in the third. Bottom of inning number 3 in Milwaukee in game 2. Dodgers still lead it 2-1. It's going to be number 9 hitter Ortiz, and then the top of the order, Chourio and Terang, here in the bottom of the third inning for the Brewers. Reminder, Game 3 American League Championship Series resumes tomorrow with Game 3 in Seattle. Blue Jays and the Mariners. That starting pitching matchup tomorrow night for Game 3. Shane Bieber going to get the start for the Blue Jays. And George Kirby will get the Game 3 start for the Mariners, as the Mariners look to take a commanding 3-0 lead in the ALCS. As I mentioned earlier, the Mariners look for their first ever World Series appearance. Of course, they set the Major League record back in that, I believe it was 2001 season, 116 win season for the Mariners, but then they fell in the LCS to the Yankees that year. So they will look to get the World Series monkey off their back. They are just 2 wins away from it. The bottom of the third we go here. It's going to be Joey Ortiz leading it off in the third for the Brewers. Ortiz in the postseason hitting just 2 for 15. As he will be the leadoff batter against Yamamoto here in the bottom of the third. 2 runs, 3 hits, an error for the Dodgers, but it did not hurt them. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for the Brewers. So here we go. Ortiz steps in to lead off the bottom of the third. Yamamoto back to work on the hill for the Dodgers. Yamamoto's only thrown 22 pitches through 2 innings, and his first pitch at the bottom of the third is low for ball 1. Yamamoto's 1-0. Hit right back to Yamamoto, and the throw to first in time for out number 1. And the batter will be Jackson Chourio. Leadoff home run in the bottom of the first for Chourio for the Brewers' run before the Dodgers took the lead with 2 in the top of the second. Chourio shows bunt and takes a strike. 0-1 pitch. That's a foul ball as it was hit back into the batter's box. It's 0-2. Oh-2 pitch to Jackson Chourio. Swing and a miss. He got him. Yamamoto strikes out Chourio for out number 2. And the batter will be Bryce Terang. Terang 0 for 1. Yamamoto's pitch to Bryce Terang is outside, ball 1. Terang had ground out his first time up. 1-0 is a strike. That'll even the count 1-1. One pitch, that's lined into left field for a base hit. And Bryce Terang aboard with a 2-out single here in the bottom of the 3rd. And the batter will be the Brewer catcher, William Contreras. Yamamoto delivers to Contreras. Check swing foul. Strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. The count on Contreras. Yamamoto delivers the 0-2 pitch to Contreras. Line caught by the shortstop. Wow, Mookie Betts. That was a rocket. But Betts snared it for the 3rd out. Brewers strand a runner. We head to the 4th. Dodgers lead the Brewers 2-1. Boy, that was an absolute rocket off the bat of Contreras. So it'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Dodgers. Muncy, Teoscar Hernandez, and Edman due up here in the 4th. Solo home run by Jackson Chourio in the bottom of the 1st. Made it 1-0 Brewers. Solo home run by Teoscar Hernandez tied it at 1. And then an RBI double for Andy Pages has made it 2-1 Dodgers. And that's where we sit through 3 innings in this game 2. Brewers trying desperately to even this series going back to LA. They do not want to fall in an 0-2 hole having to go out west. So in the AL and NLCS, the road team has won the first 3 games. Mariners won 2 in Toronto, Dodgers winning in Milwaukee last night. Going to be Muncy leading it off here in the fourth for the Dodgers. Freddie Peralta had 54 pitches through 3 innings. And back to work out here in the fourth. Peralta against Muncy here, top of the fourth. First pitch, top 4, strike. Here comes the 0-1. Upstairs, that'll even the count of ball and a strike. One upstairs, 2-1. Two-one pitch. That's line caught at first base. That was another rocket. Vaughn leaps to make the catch, and there's 1 out. Brings up Teoscar Hernandez, whose home run in the second tied it at the time. Pitch to Teoscar Hernandez on the inside corner, strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. A little low. That'll even the count of ball and a strike. One pitch is low. That will move the count to 2-1. Peralta's 2-1 pitch hit foul, and that will even the count 2-2. Teoscar Hernandez steps back in the box and awaits the 2-2 pitch from Freddie Peralta. Upstairs, and that will fill the count, 3-2. Peralta's 3-2 payoff. 1 hop to third. Throw over to first is low, but in time. 2 outs. And the batter is Tommy Edman. Edman 0 for 1 in the game. He steps up with the bases empty and 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Peralta's pitch to Tommy Edman. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Edman sends an 0-1 into right center field. That's going to get down and bounce over the fence for a rule book double for Tommy Edman with 2 outs here in the 4th. And the batter will be Enrique Hernandez. So Edman at second with 2 outs. Enrique Hernandez steps up and takes high, ball 1. Hernandez singled and scored the go-ahead run back in the 2nd. 1-0 pitch. Inside, it's 2-0. Peralta looks back at Edman and delivers the 2-0 pitch. Hit foul, 2-1. Two-one pitch to Hernandez. Foul back. That'll even the count 2-2. Two-two pitch to Enrique Hernandez. From Peralta. Got him. Hernandez strikes out. Brewers coming up in the bottom of the 4th, still trailing 2-1. Be the middle third of the Brewers order. Yelich, Vaughn, and Frelick due up in the bottom of the 4th. So we had the runs early, but it's become a pitcher's duel the last couple 2.5 innings. No further damage outside of those early runs. Still waiting for the Brewers' offense to come to life. They've been held to 4 hits through the first 12 innings of this series. Of course, Blake Snell with that gem last night. Dodgers have left 3 runners on base tonight. That was one of their big Achilles heel last night for the Dodgers, even though they pulled out the win. They left 11 runners on base last night, which they got by with it last night, but a stat like that is not going to cut it throughout this whole series. So here we go. Christian Yelich will step up here to lead off the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the difference between these 2 pitchers, too. Dodgers have made Peralta work. Peralta's thrown 71 pitches through 4 innings. Through 3 innings, Yamamoto's only thrown 33. Brewers have been up there a lot of times tonight, up there hacking at the first pitch, which has kept Yamamoto's pitch count down. We do know in Game 3, when this series shifts back to Los Angeles for Game 3, Tyler Glasnow is going to get the Game 3 start for the Dodgers. Brewers have still not announced a Game 3 starter as of yet. So here we go. Yamamoto ready, and the first pitch, bottom 4 to Christian Yelich. Strike 1. Yelich grounded out his first time up. Oh, 1 is low. Counts even, 1-1. One. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Now on Christian Yelich. One-two pitch. Squad got him. Yelich strikes out, and it will bring up Andrew Vaughn. Third strikeout for Yamamoto. Strike 1 to Andrew Vaughn. Strike 1 pitch. Vaughn sends this one in the air to center. Medium deck center field. The catch made by Pages for the second out. And the batter will be Sal Frelick. Pitch to Frelick is a strike. Strike 1 pitch to Frelick. High and outside, 1-1. One pitch hit foul, third base side, and the count goes to 1-2. One-two pitch is outside. That will even the count 2-2. Two pitch. Hit and into left field. That's going to be a base hit for Sal Frelick. And Frelick aboard with a 2-out single here in the bottom of the 4th. And the batter will be Durbin. Durbin was a strikeout victim his first time. Yamamoto's pitch right down the middle, strike 1. Frelick, the runner at first with 2 outs. Short lead at first base. 1 is hit foul. That will move the count to 0-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Yamamoto with a strikeout. Brewers done in the 4th. They strand a runner. On to the 5th we go in Game 2. Dodgers lead at 2-1. Be Pages and then the top of the order, Ohtani and Betts in the 5th. for the Dodgers, leading this game 2-1. All right, so here we go. Top of the 5th inning. Pages will lead off 1-for-1. RBI double in the second that's given the Dodgers the lead. Pages was just 1-for-27 in the postseason before that RBI double in the second. Freddie Peralta at 71 pitches so far through 4 innings. First pitch, top of the 5th. Hits Pages. So Pages hit by a pitch to start off the 5th inning. Training staff coming out to have a look at Pages. Hit him in the left hand. And he says he's good to go as he trots down to first base. Right smack on that left hand. So Pages at first, Ohtani the batter. Outside, ball 1 to Ohtani. Bullpen action starting for the Brewers. Aaron Ashby, who got the start last night but only pitched the first inning. 1-0 to Ohtani's a strike at the knees. Counts even 1-1. Ohtani has struck out and flown out in the game. Throw over to first. Pages back. One pitch to Ohtani. Foul back. Counts now 1-2. Peralta's 1-2 pitch on the way to Shohei Ohtani. Got him. Ohtani strikes out for the second time and for the 14th time in the playoffs. And it'll bring up Mookie Betts. Betts is 0 for 1. He has reached on a walk. Pitch to Betts is on the inside corner, strike one. Strike one pitch is outside. 1-1 now the count. One is low. It's now 2-1. Two-one pitch is popped up. Foul territory. That will reach the seats. It's 2-2. Betts stepping back in and awaiting the 2-2 pitch from Peralta. Down low, and that will fill the count 3-2. That got away from the catcher Contreras briefly, but not enough for Pages to go up to second base. It is a full count on Mookie Betts. So here's the payoff pitch. Bounced foul. Count will stay 3-2. Ashby looks pretty close to ready in the Brewers bullpen if they elect to go that way. 3-2 payoff once again. That's hit to third. That's the throw to second. One on to first. 5-4-3 double play. Ends the top of the fifth. Midway through game two. Looks like we're in for another good one. 2-1 lead for the Dodgers. It's going to be Bowers, Ortiz, and then the top of the order, Churio. 8, 9, and 1 in the batting order. Due up in the bottom of the fifth for the Brewers. So, bottom five we go. Bowers leading it off for the Brewers. Bowers is 0 for 1 tonight. Yamamoto only at 47 pitches so far. We'll go back to work on the mound here in the bottom of the fifth. All right, so Yamamoto back to work here in the bottom of the fifth against Jake Bauers. Bauers got the start tonight in left field. He came on as a pinch hitter last night. He is starting in this game in replace of Isaac Collins, who got the game one start last night. First pitch, bottom of the fifth. Fouled away, strike one. Bauers a ground out his first time up. Yamamoto delivers the strike one pitch. That's a little high, 1-1. One pitch. Bounced foul, now 1-2 on Bauers. One, two. Outside, 2-2. Dodgers bullpen quiet right now as Yamamoto just barely passed the 50 pitch mark. 2-2 pitch is foul. Count stays 2-2. Two to Bauers, down low, full count, 3-2. Full count pitch to Bauers from Yamamoto on the way. In the air, deep right field. Not quite deep enough, and on the edge of the warning track, catch made by Teoscar Hernandez. 1 out. And it'll bring up Ortiz. Boy, Bauers just missed a game-tying home run. Yamamoto's pitch to Ortiz outside, ball one. Ortiz grounded out his first time up. 1-0 pitch is low. It's 2-0. Will Smith going out to the mound to have a word with his pitcher, Yamamoto. And also out comes pitching coach Mark Pryor. Dave Roberts also out there. He's having a word with the home plate umpire. So the meeting on the mound is over. Ortiz steps back in with a 2-0 count. The 2-0 pitch. That's low. It's 3-0. Top of the order, Jackson Chourio is on deck. The 3-0 to Ortiz is right there for strike one. 3-1. Three-one pitch. That's inside, ball four, and Ortiz draws a one-out walk. And up comes Jackson Chourio, top of the order. Chourio hit a solo home run on the very first pitch in the bottom of the first. Struck out his last at bat. Pitch to Chourio's low, ball one. Brewer fans starting to get a little vocal. 1-0 pitch from Yamamoto. Lined into left center field, but again, right at the outfielder. That's Enrique Hernandez for out number 2. Where there have been 2 hard hits this inning. Bowers just missed the home run. And this is shot to left, but right at Hernandez. Brings up Bryce Terang with the runner at first and 2 outs. Terang is 1 for 2 with a single. Swing and a miss, strike one. Yamamoto looks in on Terang and delivers the 0-1 pitch. A little low, 1-1. One pitch from Yamamoto. Hit foul. That'll be now 1-2 the count on Bryce Terang. One-two pitch to Terang. Called strike 3. Throw to second doesn't matter. It's a strikeout. And that does it for the Brewers in the 5th. On we go to inning number 6 in game 2. Dodgers still lead it 2-1. Be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Dodgers. Freeman, Smith, and Muncy in the top of the 6th inning. So both starting pitchers make it through 5 innings. So Yamamoto can get the win now since he made it through 5. Through 5 innings, Yamamoto's thrown almost 20 less pitches than Peralta. Brewers have been a little bit more patient at the plate this last time through the lineup. They were up swinging at first pitches a lot their first time through. As it is going to be Freddie Freeman, the leadoff batter here in the 6th. An 0 for 2 so far tonight against Peralta. So Freeman hasn't been able to get anything going on the mountain or in the batter's box tonight. So Peralta, we saw Ashby warming up in the bullpen. It looked like he was close to ready. So let's see if Peralta's night has come to an end on the mound. At 83 pitches through 5 innings. No, and it is going to be Peralta back out there for the 6th. Chilly evening in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Roof is closed tonight at American Family Field. First pitch, top 6. Freeman got under that one and sends it into right field. Churio under it, 1 pitch and 1 out in the top of the 6th. Brings up Will Smith. Smith hitless in 2 at-bats tonight. Ashby back up in the bullpen. Uribe has joined him. So Will Smith with bases empty and 1 out. Takes strike 1. Smith has struck out and popped out 0 for 2. Outside. 1 and 1, the count on Smith. 1-1 pitch. Strike 2 on the inside corner, 1 and 2. One-two pitch. Low, 2 and 2. Peralta's 2-2 pitch. Foul back. Count stays 2 and 2. Pitch is hit to third. Long throw across and plenty of time to retire Will Smith. He's a catcher. He doesn't run very well. 2 outs. Here's Muncy. Takes inside, ball 1. 1-0 pitch misses low. It's 2-0 on Max Muncy. That's inside. It's 3-0 now on Max Muncy. Teoscar Hernandez is on deck. Here's the 3-0 to Muncy, taking all the way, and it's a strike, 3-1. Did not have the green light. Or if he did have the green light, he didn't utilize it. 3-1 pitch. Swings away this time and hits it foul. Will that get out of play? It will, and the count is full, 3-2. Crowd rises. Yellow towels getting waved. And the 3-2 payoff pitch to Max Muncy. Hit foul. Stays alive. Another 3-2 payoff pitch from Peralta to Muncy. In the air to center. Hit pretty well. Back to the wall, and it's gone! Muncy sends it out to center field, and the Dodgers take a 2-run lead. 3-1 in the 6th. Sal Frelick made a leap for it, but could not quite come up with it. Max Muncy's first postseason home run. So here's Teoscar Hernandez, but it's going to be against a new pitcher as Peralta's just thrown his last pitch of the evening. Insurance run on the home run for Muncy has made it 3-1 Dodgers here in the 6th. And it is going to be Abner Uribe coming in to pitch for the Brewers. Uribe coming in for the 4th time in the postseason. He's pitched 4 innings. He's given up 1 hit, 1 run. He's walked 4 and struck out 3. He gave up the 9th inning home run last night. That ended up being a run the Dodgers needed. So Uribe will come in. First batter he will face will be Teoscar Hernandez. He homered in the 2nd. His homer tied the game before the Pajes RBI double gave the Dodgers a 2-1 lead. 3-1 now with the Muncy homer. So Uribe coming on to try to keep it where it is, a 3-1 game. So Uribe finishes his warm-up tosses and gets ready to pitch to Teoscar Hernandez. And Uribe's first pitch. Strike one. So the final line for Freddie Peralta, 5 2/3 innings, 5 hits allowed, 3 runs, all of them earned. He walked 1, struck out 4, and he threw 97 pitches. 0-1 to Teoscar Hernandez, hits off Uribe, and the throw to first gets away. Teoscar Hernandez is going to be given second base as that ball went out of play on the throw to first. Now Pat Murphy coming out of the dugout. The first base umpire on the throw to first immediately put his hands up saying out of play. Uribe's throw was wild to first base. So Hernandez at second. And Tommy Edman, the batter. So that's going to be an error on Uribe on the throw. Edman takes strike one. So both teams now with an error on the board. Edman's 1 for 2. He doubled in the game. And time called. Oh, 1 pitch. Outside corner, strike 2. Immediately, the Brewers bullpen gets busy again. Robert Gasser loosening for the Brewers. 0-2 pitch to Tommy Edman from Uribe. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will do it in the top of the 6th. But an insurance run on the home run for Max Muncy gives the Dodgers a 3-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Contreras, Yelich, and Vaughn, 3, 4, and 5 hitters, due up for the Brewers here in the bottom of the 6th. Got 3 college football games taking place tonight. 2 of them out of Conference USA and 1 out of the Sun Belt. So we're going to start our Tuesday night college football this week. So we're now going to be having, 5 days of college football throughout the week now until the end of the almost the end of the regular season. So here we go. In bottom of the 6th, it's going to be Contreras leading it off for the Brewers. Yamamoto only at 65 pitches. No reason to think he won't be back out here for the bottom of the 6th. So the American League's Championship Series shifts to Seattle for Game 3 tomorrow night. Can the Blue Jays wake up their offense, which has been very quiet the first 2 games, which they ended up losing at home? as the Blue Jays look to get back in that series. So here we go, Yamamoto. Back to the hill here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch swinging is a ground ball to third. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And it will bring up Christian Yelich. Yelich 0 for 2. Yamamoto's pitch is a strike, 0-1 to Yelich. Ground out and a strikeout tonight for Yelich. Strike 1 pitch from Yamamoto. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Strike 2 pitch. Inside, 1-2. Yelich takes the 1-2 inside. Counts now even, 2-2. Two pitch. Bouncer to second on 1 hop. And the throw to first for out number 2. Brings up now Andrew Vaughn. Vaughn hitless and 2 at bats tonight. Yamamoto's pitch, ball 1. One 0 was hit foul. That'll even the count a ball and a strike. One pitch from Yamamoto to Andrew Vaughn. Swing and a miss. 1-2. One-two pitch. Foul back. Vaughn stays alive. Another 1-2 delivery to Andrew Vaughn. Line to third. Muncy with the catch. Brewers down in order in the 6th. Yamamoto goes 6 on the mound for the Dodgers. On to the 7th. Dodgers lead at 3-1. Enrique Hernandez, Pages, and the top of the order, Ohtani, due up in the 7th. As the Dodgers are 9 outs away from heading home, up 2-0 in the NLCS. Will we see Uribe back out there for the 7th for the Brewers, or will we see another pitcher? Uribe only threw 5 pitches to get that final batter in the top of the 6th. Three runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Dodgers. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for the Brewers. Enrique Hernandez will be the leadoff batter in the 7th for the Dodgers. Hernandez 1 for 2 in the game. Singled and he scored a run. He scored on the Pages double for the second run of that 2nd inning. Still waiting to see who's pitching for the Brewers here in the 7th inning. It is going to be Uribe back out there. We saw Gasser warming up, and we've seen Ashby in the bullpen a couple times for the Brewers. American Family Field in Milwaukee. Tuesday evening. First pitch, ball 1. (1-0) pitch from Uribe to Enrique Hernandez. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Ashby back up again along with Gasser in the bullpen for the Brewers. That's the 3rd time Ashby's been up in the bullpen tonight warming up. 1-1 is a strike. Counts now 1-2. So will this be Uribe's last hitter? Regardless of what happens. 1-2 pitch to Enrique Hernandez. In the air to center. And that's going to be off the wall. Hernandez into second. He's got a stand-up double to lead off the top of the 7th. And the batter will be Pages. Seventh hit tonight for the Dodgers. Uribe, no, he's still in. Pages showing bunt. Takes low, ball 1. Pages has doubled, and he was hit by a pitch on the hand, his last at bat. Shows bunt again, gets it down. That'll get the job done. The throw to first in time. The sacrifice moves Enrique Hernandez to third with 1 out. For Mr. Ohtani. And now Pat Murphy makes his way out of the dugout. He hasn't made the signal yet. He's just up there talking to you, Uribe, right now. And we'll go with Aaron Ashby. So Uribe goes 2/3 of an inning, gives up 2 hits, has struck out 1, hasn't given up any runs yet, but the runner at third is his responsibility. And Aaron Ashby comes in to pitch for the 6th time in the postseason. He's pitched 5 2/3 innings. Gave up 3 runs, 5 hits, walked 5, and struck out 5. Ashby started last night's game 1, but only went the first inning. Comes in with a runner at third and 1 out. And the Dodgers leading 3-1 here at the top of the 7th inning. Enrique Hernandez standing at third with only 1 out. Dodgers already a 2-run lead, but would love to add even more insurance. So here we go. Ashby against Ohtani. Ohtani hitless in 3 at-bats tonight. He has struck out twice. Ball 1. One 0 is down low. 2-0 the count to Shohei Ohtani. Two 0 pitch on the way. Bouncer foul, and the count goes to 2-1. Ashby's 2-1 pitch to Ohtani. Strike 2 at the knees. 2-2 now the count. Ashby could use the strikeout here with a runner at third and 1 out. He got him! Or did he? No, sorry, foul ball. Contreras couldn't quite hang on to it. Brewers bullpen is busy again. Here's another 2-2 pitch. In the air, foul, third base side. That will be out of play. Tobias Myers warming up in the bullpen for the Brewers. We have not seen him at all in the postseason. Another 2-2 from Ashby to Ohtani. On the ground and through into right field. Hernandez scores. Ohtani an RBI single. 4-1 LA in the 7th. And that will bring up Mookie Betts. Betts is 0 for 2 tonight. So the hole gets 1 run deeper for the Brewers. Strike 1 to Mookie Betts. Oh, 1 to Mookie Betts is a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Oh, 2 from Ashby to Betts. That's lined foul. Count stays 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch from Ashby to Betts. A little high, 1-2. Frelick, Durbin, and Bowers, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, scheduled to hit for the Brewers in the bottom of the 7th. That's hit to right. Churio with the catch for out number 2. And it will bring up now Freddie Freeman with a runner at first and 2 outs. Freeman 0 for 3 tonight. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Crowd about as quiet as they've been the whole series at American Family Field right now. 0-1 pitch, strike 2. Except for the Dodger fans that are there, of course, and there are plenty of those. 0-2 pitch to Ashby, or to Freeman from Ashby. Low, 1-2. One-two pitch. Freeman fouls it back to stay alive. One-two. Low. And taking off and stealing second base is Ohtani. So he gets himself into scoring position with 2 outs. There wasn't even a throw down to second base. So a base hit could add another run for the Dodgers. However, it's a swing and a miss by Freddie Freeman to end the inning. But the Dodgers do add another run on the Ohtani RBI. It is stretch time in Milwaukee. Brewers in a 3-run hole now. It's 4-1. And again, it's going to be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Brewers. Frelick, Durbin, and Bowers in the bottom of the 7th inning. Will it be against Yamamoto, or have we seen the end of the night for him? I still have not seen anybody warming in the Dodger bullpen. And Yamamoto's only at 76 pitches, so with a 3-run lead, I say, why not bring him back out there? Brewers somehow, somewhere need to find some offense. They have been held to 5 hits in the first 15 innings of this series. So, where will the Brewers get this offense from? Sorry, I was checking the schedule of something. They only got 9 outs to come back from a 3-run deficit. Team with the best record in baseball this year, the Milwaukee Brewers, in serious jeopardy of falling into an 0-2 hole in this series. First pitch, bottom 7, outside, ball 1. Frelick does have one of the 3 Brewers hits tonight. Takes a strike here. It's 1-1. Yamamoto delivers the 1-1 pitch to Frelick. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. One two is high. Evens the count 2-2 on Frelick. Two up the middle off the mound. That there's Betts and the throw in time for the first out. That hit off the pitcher's mound, but caromed right to Mookie Betts. And the batter will be Durbin. 0 for 2 tonight with a couple strikeouts. Strike 1. Strike 2, and it's quickly 0-2 on Durbin. 0-2 pitch. That's up the middle, but right there is the second baseman. 2 outs. Edman playing up the middle that time. Boy, the Dodgers infielders knowing how to play these Brewers hitters. And it brings up Bowers. Bowers is grounded out and flown out tonight. Ball one. Myers back up in the bullpen for the Brewers. Will we see him come on to pitch in the 8th? 1-0 pitch misses. It's 2-0. So Yamamoto now at 85 pitches. Two-0 pitch. There's a strike. 2-1. Two-one pitch. There's a strike. It's 2-2. Two-two. Bouncer to second. Throw to first in time. Brewers down in order in the 7th. We head to the 8th. This Brewer offense has been quieted by the Dodgers in this series, and the Dodgers lead at 4-1 going to the 8th. Middle third of the order, Smith, Muncy, and Hernandez in the 8th inning. So now 5 hits in 16 innings in this series for the Brewers. They made a late rally last night to nearly complete a 2-run comeback. They're going to have to make a late rally again. Fourth Brewers pitcher of the night, it will be Myers coming in. Tobias Myers in 22 games this year, 1-2 record, 3.55 ERA, 15 walks, 38 strikeouts, 50 2/3 innings. This is his first postseason appearance. Myers started 6 games this year. So Myers on to face Will Smith to lead off the 8th inning. This crowd has been electric the first 2 games. But they are very quiet right now. Myers against Will Smith. First pitch, top of the 8th inning, is a fly ball into right center. That's going to fall for a base hit. And Smith has a leadoff single here at the top of the 8th inning. And the batter will be Max Muncy. Muncy homered his last time to straightaway center. Pitch is a strike. 0-1. Strike one pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Oh-2 pitch upstairs, 1-2. One-two pitch upstairs, 2-2. Two is inside and a full count. Three-two, ball four. So Muncy, after trailing 0-2 in the count, comes back to draw a walk. So a runner at first, one out, and the batter is Teoscar Hernandez, who homered in the second, and he fouls this off for strike one. Teoscar Hernandez also has a single tonight. He's 2 for 3. Strike one pitch. At the knees, 0-2 on Teoscar Hernandez. First and second for the Dodgers. Nobody out here in the 8th inning. Already up 3. Teoscar Hernandez steps out of the box momentarily, now steps back in and gets ready. And Myers' 0-2 pitch. Bouncer foul. Teoscar Hernandez stays alive. Brewers in the bottom of the 8th inning will have Ortiz, and then the top of the order, Churio and Terang. Teoscar Hernandez fouls off another 0-2. Stays alive. Oh, 2 pitch. Down low, 1-2. Myers, 1-2 pitch to Hernandez. Bouncer to third. There's only one play, and that's to first, and Hernandez is retired. The runners do advance to second and third, so a productive out for Teoscar Hernandez. And it'll bring up Tommy Edman. Edman 1 for 3 tonight. He has a double. 2 in scoring position with 1 out for the Dodgers. Trying to add to their 4-1 eighth inning lead. Myers looks in and delivers. Ball 1. Enrique Hernandez, the on-deck hitter. One-0 pitch on the ground and through into right field. Base hit. 1 run scores. Muncy is held at third. First and third, it's 5-1 LA in the 8th. So Will Smith scores on the RBI single by Edman. And now Enrique Hernandez, who's 2 for 3. Single and a double. And this will get a visit from the pitching coach. So the way this game has gone, and as light as the Brewers offense has hit this series so far, you get the feeling the Dodgers are maybe 1 or 2 more hits and runs away from putting this game on ice. Gasser is warming in the Brewers bullpen for a 3rd time. Here's Enrique Hernandez. Strike 1. Enrique Hernandez has scored twice tonight as well. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Oh-2 pitch from Myers to Hernandez is high, 1-2. Pages is on deck. One-two pitch. Fouled off. Stays alive. Comes another 1-2 pitch from Myers to Enrique Hernandez. Inside, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. And another foul ball. Still 2-2. Here comes another 2-2 pitch to Enrique Hernandez. And here it comes. Upstairs, full count. And to see some concerned faces amongst the Brewers fans. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4, they are loaded with 1 out. And the batter will be Pages. Pages 1 for 1. Had the go-ahead RBI double in the second that put the Dodgers up 2-1. They've added 3 runs of insurance since. Pages takes the first pitch and hits it foul, first base side, strike 1. Also been hit by a pitch tonight as well. Muncy, the runner at third. Edman at second. Enrique Hernandez at first. Strike 1 pitch. Foul off, and it's 0-2. Time called before the 0-2 pitch. Oh, 2, down low, 1-2. One-two pitch on the way from Myers to Pages. In the air, left field. Foul territory. The catch will be made. And the runners have to hold. Now with 2 outs. That was Ortiz with the grab in foul territory. So with the bases loaded and 2 outs, here comes Ohtani, and he is not going to face Myers. As it looks like Gasser is going to come into the game, Pat Murphy making his way out to the mound. So with the bases loaded and 2 outs, it's Gasser coming in to face Ohtani. Ohtani with a chance to put this game on ice, you would think. One for 4 tonight. He had an RBI single his last time up. But Gasser, the 5th Brewers pitcher tonight. So Myers goes 2/3 of an inning, gives up 2 hits, 1 run so far. Walked 2, didn't strike out any. He threw 27 pitches. And now Gasser coming on with the task of trying to retire Ohtani with the bases loaded. Gasser's on for the second time in the postseason, pitched 2 innings his previous appearance, gave up 5 hits and 2 runs. Gave up 2 home runs in 2 innings his last appearance, and only postseason appearance. So the Brewers trying to get out of this down by just 4 and still with a pulse. So here we go. It'll be Gasser against Ohtani. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And the pitch to Ohtani is a swing and a miss. Strike one. Strike one pitch from Gasser to Ohtani. Hit foul, and now Ohtani's in an 0-2 hole. Gasser looks in and delivers the 0-2 to Shohei Ohtani. Swing and a miss. He got him. Dodgers get one, but leave the bases loaded. And Gasser gets out of it with the 1 out. We go the bottom of the 8th. 5-1 lead for the Dodgers. Again, it'll be Ortiz and then the top of the order, Chourio and Turang. Man alive, Ohtani struck out 3 times tonight. He has now struck out 15 times in the playoffs. So Yamamoto, who is nearing the 90 pitch mark, he's at 89 through 7 innings. Keeps getting more and more insurance to work with. Dodgers have scored a run in each of the last 3 innings. And are 6 outs away from heading home to Chavez Ravine with a 2-0 lead in the NLCS. Again, Game 3 of the ALCS tomorrow night. Blue Jays and Mariners. Scene shifts to Seattle. First pitch just after 8 Eastern, just after 5 up in the Pacific Northwest. I will be on my YouTube and Kick channels for the live stream of that one tomorrow night. Mariners look to take a commanding 3-0 series lead. Blue Jays look to get back in it. So Ortiz will lead it off in the bottom of the 8th for the Brewers. 0 for 1. He has reached on a walk. But the Brewers need base runners. Been out hit tonight 10-3. And Yamamoto back out on the hill for the 8th inning. All right, so here's Ortiz. First pitch, bottom 8, strike 1 on pitch number 90 from Yamamoto. He's only given up 3 hits through 7 innings. 0-1 pitch. Fouled back, and Ortiz now in an 0-2 hole. I beg your pardon, this is not Ortiz. This is a pinch hitter, Isaac Collins. Collins got the Game 1 start last night in left field, but coming in to pinch hit in this game. 0-2 is outside. It's 1-2. First action in the Dodgers bullpen all night. Banda is up and warming. 1-2 the count on Isaac Collins. Bounce foul. He'll stay alive. 1-2 pitch once again. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Collins caught looking. 1 out, and the batter's Jackson Chourio. Led off the bottom of the first with a home run on the first pitch he saw. Pitch to Chourio. Bouncer to third. 2 outs. And the batter, Bryce Terang, with the bases empty and 2 outs. Yamamoto's pitch. Bounced foul, strike 1. A 1 pitch. Grounded to second, nice pickup. And the throw to first in time. Yamamoto goes 8. And has allowed only 3 hits through 8 innings. On to the 9th in Game 2, 5-1 LA. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, the 2-3-4 hitters scheduled for the Dodgers here in the 9th inning. As the Dodgers are 3 outs away from heading home with a 2-0 lead. Well, Yamamoto, 8 innings tonight, giving up just 3 hits. 1 run on the Chourio homer in the bottom of the first. 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. He's at 97 pitches. Ever since that Chourio home run, the Brewers have only had 3 base runners the rest of the game. Very eerily similar from last night's offensive struggles until the 9th inning when the Brewers almost completed the comeback last night. So it will be Mookie Betts, who's got an 0-for-3 night going, that will lead it off here in the 9th. Gasser back out there to pitch the 9th inning. So here we go. Top of the 9th. Crowd in Milwaukee starting to head for the exits. So Snell last night and Yamamoto tonight, the 2 starting pitchers, both go 8 innings for the Dodgers. They have been absolutely phenomenal these first 2 games, the pitching staff for the Dodgers. Whoa, and the first pitch hits Mookie Betts to lead off the 9th. So Betts will take first base. And it will bring up Freddie Freeman. That got Betts right, like right above the left elbow. So Betts aboard, and here's Freddie Freeman. Swing and a miss, strike one. A 1 is hit foul, and that will reach the seats. It's 0-2. Freeman 0 for 4 tonight. Oh, 2 to Freeman's outside. 1-2 now the count. Gasser's 1-2 pitch to Freeman. Outside, 2-2. By the way, we do have a defensive change. Tell you about for the Brewers. And the 2-2 pitch is outside, full count. Andrew Monasterio on to play shortstop. Ortiz, the original shortstop, was lifted for a pinch hitter in the 8th inning. 3-2 payoff pitches up the middle for a base hit. Rounding second and heading to third is Mookie Betts, and the throw to second offline, and Freeman's got himself a double here in the 9th inning. And the batter will be the cleanup hitter, Will Smith. Smith 1 for 4 tonight. And they are going to intentionally walk Will Smith to load the bases. So the bases loaded, nobody out for Max Muncy. Muncy 1 for 3 tonight with the home run. He's also reached on a walk. Ball 1. Betts the runner at third. Freeman the runner at second. Smith the runner at first. Swing and a miss by Muncy. Counts even 1-1. One is a strike on the inside corner. Counts now 1-2. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's a big strikeout for Gasser as he strikes out Muncy. And it'll bring up Teoscar Hernandez. Teoscar Hernandez 2 for 4 tonight. And again, Pat Murphy comes out to make a pitching change. Grant Anderson coming in to pitch. Well, the Brewers used 6 pitchers last night. So now there's 6 pitcher tonight. The Brewers are just going through pitchers like cereal, like milk goes through cereal. My goodness. Anderson's second appearance in the postseason, pitched 2 innings. He's given up 1 hit and has struck out 2. Regular season numbers for Anderson in 66 games, 2-6 record. 3.23 ERA, walked 29, struck out 74 in 69 and 2/3 innings. Bases loaded, 1 out. First pitch from Anderson to Teoscar Hernandez, ball 1. Anderson's 1-0. Hit to third, going to second, 1 on to first. That's a double play. And the Brewers are out of the 9th inning. Dodgers loaded the bases with nobody out, but do not score. Last chance for the Brewers in the bottom of the 9th. They need a 4-run rally, trailing 5-1. It'll be Contreras, Yelich, and Vaughn, the 3 scheduled hitters, the 3, 4, and 5 coming up in the bottom of the 9th. So Anderson throws 2 pitches and gets out of the inning. So the Dodgers needing to get 3 outs here. They are 3 outs away from heading home up 2-0. So the road team, the Dodgers, trying to win the first 2 on the road, just like the Mariners did in Toronto in the ALCS. Yamamoto is going to come out to try to get the complete game. He's at 97 pitches. He has been outstanding tonight. Contreras will lead it off in the 9th for the Brewers. Oh for 3 tonight. Somewhere, somehow, the Brewers need to find some offense. They almost made a ninth inning rally last night, but they were only down 2 in that one. They're down 4 here. So here we go. Can Yamamoto close this out? First pitch, bottom 9, strike 1 at the knees. Defensive changes for the Dodgers. Justin Dean comes in to play center field, and Pages, who was in center field, moves to right. Teoscar Hernandez out of the game. 0-1 pitch from Yamamoto downstairs, 1-1. One pitch from Yamamoto to Contreras. Foul ball. 1-2. That was pitch number 100 for Yamamoto. One-two pitch is high, 2-2 now. Yamamoto's 2-2 pitch. Bounce foul. Contreras stays alive. Two is hit foul. Will this be the last time this season these fans get to see their hometown Brewers at home? If they want to get it back to Milwaukee, the series is going to have to go to at least 6. Two pitch in the air, center field. Justin Dean, who just checked in defensively, makes the catch for the first out. We'll bring up Christian Yelich. Yelich 0 for 3 tonight. Pitches a ball. One-zero pitch. Foul back. Counts 1-1. A bouncer back to Yamamoto. 2 out in the ninth. It is up to Andrew Vaughn to keep it alive for the Brewers. Strike 1. Swing and a miss, and now the Brewers are down to their final strike. Pitch number 110 for Yamamoto is foul. 0-2 pitch once again. Vaughn strikes out. A complete Game 3 hit gem for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And the Dodgers leave Milwaukee with a 2-0 lead, heading back to Los Angeles for Game 3 on Thursday. Wow, what a performance by the Dodgers starting pitchers these last 2 games, as they have absolutely shut down this Brewers offense. Five runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Dodgers. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for the Brewers. Dodgers left 10 men on base once again tonight, though. Brewers left 4. Yamamoto gets the win. Peralta suffers the loss. And this series is heading back to Los Angeles, with the home team leading 2-0. So the road team in both the ALCS and NLCS have won the first 2. So the Brewers are going to have to find some kind of offense going back to Los Angeles, which will be Game 3 on Thursday. Yeah, I'm going to sign off on the live stream tonight. Again, my name is John, Sports Bonanza John, here on YouTube. My Kick channel is Sports Kick John. If you like my content on YouTube, would really appreciate a like and subscribe. That would really help out a lot. I will be back with you tomorrow night, ALCS Game 3, Blue Jays and the Mariners in Seattle. Game time just after 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 o'clock Pacific. I'll be on about 5 minutes prior, as we have Game 3 coming up between the Blue Jays and the Mariners on my live stream tomorrow. Appreciate you all joining me, and I will hopefully I'll be on, and hopefully you guys can join me tomorrow night. Thanks a lot, everybody. God bless. Good night.